This is what it looks like during the daytime. Ooh. This is my view for the next 2 weeks. They have specific times that they will bring in delivered goods, or like if you're ordering takeaway through just ordering, let's say you want to order pizza, then the delivery guy comes and gives it to the receptionist, and then they'll bring it up at certain time intervals. They bring us food 3 times a day, so breakfast, lunch, dinner, and all of our garbage, everything, they provide us extra garbage bags, and we just have to bag it up. We leave it in the hallway, and then someone comes by and cleans it a few times a day. And yeah, we're basically just in contact with the receptionists, or whoever's managing the hotel through WeChat. So basically any problems we might have, we could just talk to them. Yeah, it's been like that so far. As you can see, I was using an app called Ulama, which just means, are you hungry? And that's where I ordered most of my food while I was in quarantine. So I'm trying some cui pi xiao rou from a different restaurant. Looks pretty crispy. See the top part? White pepper. Just gonna put it on here, see how it goes. I think it's MSG. Oh man, that's a lot of MSG. So to make this easier, I'm not gonna pour this MSG in here, I'm just gonna dip it. Oh my gosh, look at that. The next dish is called xiaoya. It's just this braised duck, barbecue duck. I could eat some of those. Okay, now I have the roast goose. Xiao just means goose, and xiao is just the way they cook it. It's a large chunk. Just dip that. Yeah. Should be through Alibaba's warehouses. So as you can see here, it's 1 kwai. Not too strong of an aftertaste, it's okay. I think it would probably taste better if I had a separate glass with ice in it. But for 1 kwai, it's not bad. It's like I'm drinking from a flask. It's heavy whipping cream, 35% fat. So let's see how this tastes with the heavy whipping cream. It's like the cream didn't do anything to that flavor. Now I'm beginning to wonder why it's 1 kwai. So basically, as of September 28th, China was letting in foreigners who already had a residential permit. So for me, I currently have a 2-year work visa, basically. So I was able to come. For me to even be able to board the plane, I had to get COVID tested. I had to get a PCR test, and of course have that negative. But the results of that had to be within 3 days of my boarding of the flight that goes to China. But since my flight to China was from San Francisco to Seoul to Guangzhou, that the results of that actually had to be based on the flight from Seoul to Guangzhou. So what I did was I took 2 tests. And I just spaced it a day apart because what I was told is it would take from 1 to 3 days to receive the test results. So I just did it on those 2 days. Either one of those should qualify for me to be able to board the plane. So the first thing was that. And then the second one was just basically a health declaration. Just saying, you know, within the past 14 days, I didn't have any symptoms of anything. You know, I wasn't in close contact with anyone who has COVID, etc. And then the third part was to basically just show my actual visa in my passport. So I sent all 3 of those by email to my local consulate. So my local consulate being the Chinese consulate in San Francisco. And then they just emailed me back a health declaration with the stamp on it. And I have to print that out. And I just bring it to the airplane. So once I arrived to the airport, I was taking Korean Air. I had to download an app, which is basically like a Chinese government app to just track your current COVID status. I just had to fill that out, just saying, hey, you know, when's the last time I was in this, whatever the area, that's not in China, and you know, do I have COVID or not, etc. So everything's fine, and then that would create a QR code with an expiration date that would allow me to enter the country. I think the hotel isn't the best hotel. I mean, it's not. You know, like I saw some other videos of people in quarantine in China, and their hotels look quite nice. This one's more in a undeveloped area. And the morning I checked out, they came in and checked my temperature again. And then they also did another PCR test. And it was not very comfortable, as you can see in this. I was just trying to not react too much to it. Okay, 엄마. Okay, I'm headed to my next hotel. I just got picked up. See you later, quarantine hotel. So technically, I don't have to wear a mask, but the driver's wearing a mask. It's their policy, of course, when picking people up. And now I'm headed to the next place I'll be staying at for about a month. It's in a different part of town. Okay, I'm actually in public. There's tons of people everywhere. It's like everything here is pretty much back to normal. Back to McDonald's. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. If you found this useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for the YouTube algorithm.